Hello, Bucks fans. Welcome back to Real Bucks Talk. In today's video, we're going to talk about another potential free agent target that the Buccaneers could pursue, and that is Bengals edge Joseph Ossai. Again, he is a younger player, comes from Texas. He's in his fourth season, 6'4", 263 pounds. And I feel like this guy just has a lot of upside that has still been untapped. Like there's still room for him to continue to grow. I think the ceiling hasn't been met yet. And he started to flash, especially down the stretch last season for the Bengals in the second half, and ended up with 46 tackles, had 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and he was utilized in a lot of different ways. They lined him up as a three tech, as far as an interior defensive lineman. They lined him up outside, standing up. So many, utilization as part of his game, has a lot of versatility in that way. He's solid against the run, I feel, and he does a really good job of getting pressure and getting after the quarterback. Now, again, only 11% pressure rate, so you want to see that number to continue to grow. But I feel like if this guy continues to get snaps and is a every down player for you, I feel like he could have a really good season in a larger role, because, again, he for most of the season last year, he was a backup rotational player and still very good in that role. But I think when he moved into the starting lineup, you start to see some progress and obviously his potential starting to shine through. So I look at him that way, and I feel like this guy could be a very, type of buy low, you know, high reward type of player. Like sign him to maybe a 1 or 2 year deal and see if he can, explode in a starting role full time, and see what he can give you for the full season. So really like his game. We were a fan of him coming out of the 2021 NFL draft, and you see his RAS score. So his athletic testing was pretty strong, and he's got good arm length, almost 34-inch arms, good size at almost 6'4", 256 pounds, and he's pretty athletic. Ran a good 40-yard dash and had a good 10-yard split. So you see that on the tape. And again, we were a big fan of him. The biggest thing I like about him is he just has a nonstop motor. He's always hustling, always going after the ball. You see him here at the bottom of the screen, chase the quarterback down. So just really fun guy to watch. And again, he's going to have a market because he's only 25 years old going into this season. And he's on Pete Prisco's top 100 list here at 54. And yeah, I mean, it just seems like he's going to continue to develop and get better. So I feel like this is a guy that the Buccaneers could target, and someone that you wouldn't have to spend a bunch of money, probably somewhere in the range of 6 to 8 million, maybe. Um, and he's just a guy that could come in, be an upgrade over, say, like Anthony Nelson, JTS, guys like that, and give you a little bit more room for potential to maybe grow into something alongside of Yaya Diaby. And this is the type of move I think the Bucks make if we're not, trading for a big name like Trey Hendrickson or Miles Garrett or even Max Crosby, or if we're not going to go out and sign, like a Josh Sweat, who's probably going to be the top, edge free agent. I know a lot of people have talked about Khalil Mack as well. So if we're not going after one of those guys, I feel this type of move very similar to the video we put out yesterday of Bobby Brown, the defensive tackle for the Rams. I feel like this is kind of in that same mold where you're getting a young player that has starting experience, but has an opportunity to continue to get better with more experience if they're into a more full-time role. And that's how I feel with Joseph Osai. And as you guys watch the clips here, again, I just like his game. He's got some ability to get after the quarterback, and I feel like he can continue to get better. Again, nice, dip and rip moves. He's got the ability to bend, ability to win inside, and be utilized in all different types of ways. And I feel like him being in a Todd Bowles defense will only unlock him more because they can use him on stunts, use him as a looper, He has the ability to drop back into coverage like Todd Bowles likes to use. So I think him be having that versatility where he can rush inside or outside and just nonstop going after it all the time. I think there's a lot of room for potential there to be maybe, at his very best, probably 8 to 10 sack type of player. And you could get him at a reasonable cost, very similar to how Shaq Barrett was. I feel like Joseph Osai could be that guy that, if prompted into a bigger role, comes out and plays pretty well, especially next to guys like Vita Vea and Kalijah Cansey to draw more attention to themselves and give this guy one-on-one opportunities. So that is something to look at and see if the Buccaneers are interested. Again, Joseph Osai might not even make it to free agency. We'll see if the Bengals re-sign him, but there's a good chance that he could become available, and I think he'll have a decent market. And I hope the Buccaneers are interested because I feel like he could really add to the depth chart and bring not only more athleticism to the table, but just a solid football player that has opportunity to maybe grow into something more similar, aka Shaq Barrett. So yeah, let us know what you guys think of this move. Be sure to hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts of Joseph Osai. Should the Buccaneers target this player, or should we look at someone else? Let us know what you guys think. And with that said, until the next one.